Good evening, everyone. This is your host, Ashley Wang at CSP News, here with your weekend update. This last week, we experienced freezing temperatures, wind chill, and extremely dry weather. We can expect this same weather over the coming weeks, so make sure you bundle up and stay warm. This type of weather can exacerbate skin symptoms for those with skin disorders like psoriasis. To dive further into this condition, let's look at a recent clip from a Fern in Between late night show hosted by nursing student Savannah Farrell. The interview featured local Instagram influencer Sarah Psoriasis discussing how weather and stress of filming her new movie has caused her recent skin flare-ups, leading her to a new diagnosis of psoriasis.
Good evening, I'm Savannah Farrell with your late night television show, A Fern in Between. So join me in welcoming Instagram influencer Sarah Psoriasis.
Hi, thanks for having me, thanks.
Hi Sarah, welcome to A Fern in Between. How are you?
I'm pretty good, yeah, just been really busy.
Good, yeah, I've seen that on your Instagram. So for those of you who do not know who Sarah is, which I'm sure most of you do, she basically rose to fame over the last year by posting health and wellness videos on her Instagram account. And I don't know if you know this, but I think I saw you have about 7.5 million followers.
Yes, crazy.
Wow, interestingly enough, the National Psoriasis Foundation actually said that 7.5 million Americans are living with this skin condition now. Did you know that?
I didn't. That is really interesting.
So Sarah, how have you been handling this most recent fame? You know, coming from a PNW barista to now an international Instagram influencer basically overnight. How are you handling it?
It's a lot. It's been so sudden. And I've never experienced like the paparazzi and the media frenzy before. But I kind of love the attention. Also, I have the best fan base. So that's been really great. Everyone's been super supportive of me. I am a little bit worried now that I'm gonna get flare-ups, my psoriasis flaring up, because I am gonna start filming a new movie, and stress definitely causes that, so.
Right. Well, Sarah, as you know, I am a nursing student by day and a late night television show host at night. So I did have to find some recent content to put on the show when you came in today, okay?
Oh,
and I did see that you posted a couple recent pictures of your psoriasis flare up. Let's take a look.
That's my skin, exposed for everyone.
Well, thanks for letting us show that without your consent, but you're wearing it proudly. But anyway, should we talk a little bit about psoriasis?
I mean, why not? You've already shown them.
Sorry, it makes for good TV though. So, and you did sign that consent form backstage.
I thought that was an agreement to not eat the food the Cupcake Wars cast made.
Well, I don't know what you signed, but anyway, let's get into it. Let's talk about psoriasis. So when did you first get diagnosed with psoriasis? How did you know?
Yeah, so I was filming in this super icy, cold location, and all of a sudden my producer said, "Stop, I see all these red, silvery white patches on you. Something's wrong." I went to my trailer, and yeah, on my knees and on my elbows, I found all these patches. I went to my doctor. We had to completely shut down production. And my doctor diagnosed me with psoriasis, plaque psoriasis.
You know, I did read that colder climates can cause flare-ups, as well as stressful environments or times when your immune system may be compromised a little bit. Capriati 2020. So I'd say filming a new movie probably puts you under all of those categories. But it looks like it's cleared up right now, or at least the flare-up is gone.
Yeah, so it's really a chronic condition and there's no cure for it, unfortunately. And the flare-ups really come and go, just depending on my stress levels and how I'm taking care of my body. And yeah, I just wanted to post that recent Instagram photo so that I can bring awareness to it. You know, celebrity life is not as glamorous as people think it is. We're just like normal people, except richer.
Anyway. I really appreciate your vulnerability, coming on here and talking about such a personal health issue. So should we tell the audience a little bit more about psoriasis?
Yeah, let's spread the word.
Okay. So I did some research, and what I've come to find out is psoriasis is an inflammatory autoimmune disorder in which the T cell dysfunction occurs and a thickening of the epidermis or the outer skin layer occurs, Capriati 2020. So this means the skin that you see. It can be characterized by thickened red plaques that are covered in a silvery white scale appearance. Capriati 2020. Although the pathophysiology of psoriasis is not fully clear, we know that a variety of cell types secrete something called cytokines that activate myeloid dendritic cells. Armstrong and Reed 2020. Myeloid dendritic cells activate pathways that lead to activation of inflammatory mediators, and these cytokines then lead to keratinocyte skin cell proliferation that presents as lesions. Armstrong and Reed 2020. So I think that you said the form that you have is the most common form. It is called plaque psoriasis, and it clinically manifests itself as a silver white scale that covers the skin. Written 2018.
Yeah, that's correct, Savannah. So the skin is the biggest organ. So it's just one of those issues that I can't hide it. You know, I've kind of accepted it's my life now, so.
Wow, Sarah, you seem so confident in your skin.
What a funny joke you cracked.
I try. So in my research, I also found that common reasons for psoriasis flare-ups are attributed to stress, depression, and other illnesses, but generally precipitated by some sort of cardiovascular disease, as well as medications such as beta blockers. Capriati 2020, Renton 2018. Being as busy as you are in your career, how are you going to manage this condition?
Yeah, so the best way is really just to keep my skin super moisturized. I'm always going to the dermatologist and getting emollient lotion to put on it and exercising as much as I can. Renton 2018.
Well, it sounds like you're being proactive and you have everything under control. So, all right, let's move on to the next portion of our show. This is where we test the celebrity guest's knowledge. And it's a fun little trivia game. I like to call this beauty, brains, or both.
I can assure you I have both.
Okay. Well, this is the NCLEX portion. So let's go ahead and put your knowledge to the test. So there will be a series of questions, and you have to tell me which one is the most correct answer by holding up one of the signs, okay?
Wait, so there'll be questions that sound correct, but there's only one like super right answer?
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, question number 1. A nurse is assessing the skin of a client that was recently diagnosed with psoriasis. Which of the following characteristics are associated with this skin disorder? A, thin and clear nail beds. B, red or purple scaly lesions. C, oily skin and no episodes of pruritus. Or D, silvery white scaly patches on the scalp, elbows, knees, and sacral regions.
It's definitely D. Silvery white patches on the elbows, knees, and low back, because that's what I have.
So question number 2, when caring for a client with psoriasis, what client education would a nurse include in the treatment plan? A, apply a topical systemic urea and salicylic acid preparation. B, pick or scrub off the scaly skin during a flare-up. C, place the patient in contact isolation. Or D, take an oral corticosteroid medication once daily as a lifelong treatment.
I think I'm gonna go with A. Apply a topical systemic urea and salicylic preparation to decrease symptoms. Peterson, 2022.
You are correct. And I will tell you that picking and scrubbing off the scaly skin during a flare-up,
Yeah, I want to pick it off, but you can't. It's not good for it.
it can lead to an infection. So let's throw in one more question for good measure. What do you say?
Fine. Let's do it.
Encore. Okay, question number 3. A nurse is performing a skin assessment on a client who presents with red patches of skin with a silvery white dry skin appearance. What subjective information from the client assists the nurse in supporting a potential cause of psoriasis? A, he has noticed vesicle formation, oozing, and crusting with excoriation. B, the client states that occasionally his fingers hurt to move and can appear swollen at the joints. C, his father had bouts of basal cell carcinoma. Or D, on 2 separate occasions after eating at Moe's Crab Shack, heightened itchy red patches presented over his skin.
It's not A, and I know for sure it's not D. I think I'm going to go with B. With psoriasis, the body overproduces skin cells, but the immune system attacks the healthy cells, leading to inflammation, which is actually another type of psoriasis called psoriatic arthritis. This can manifest as joint pain and swelling.
Absolutely correct. Wow, 3 out of 3. Beauty, brains, and both.
Told you.
Well, Sarah, thanks for not being flaky and showing up today for a Fern in Between late night television show. So I hope that everyone was able to learn a lot about psoriasis. And again, thanks for being vulnerable, and we look forward to seeing your new movie coming out this fall.
Thanks for having me. Check out my movie.
And that was a clip from A Fern in Between. Upon a head-to-toe assessment, you'd want to inspect both the skin and the musculoskeletal system. While inspecting the skin, you'd want to note changes of the skin appearance, texture, and color for the presence of a flare-up in a patient with psoriasis. Psoriasis could be apparent if you notice any red patches covered in white or silvery scale-like plaques on the skin, typically seen around the scalp, elbows, and knees, or sacral area on the lower back. Capriati 2020. In assessing the musculoskeletal system, you would want to pay attention to pain or inflammation in joints around the fingers and spine, as this could be indicative of psoriatic arthritis. Mayo Clinic. Be sure to look out for any open lesions or bleeding coming from the lesions. Cracked or open lesions may indicate dehydration. Jarvis and Eckhart 2019. Once again, I'm your host, Ashley Wang, here at CSP News. Bundle up and stay warm, and I'll see you next week.